Hey everybody, what's up? This is Flashback. Welcome back to another episode of Dueling Network. This is episode 13. Today we are doing Shaddolls. Now, Shaddolls are a series of dark attribute spellcaster type monsters whose effects correlate to when they're flipped face up or when they're sent to the graveyard through a card effect. And they also have the powerful El Shaddol fusion monsters, one for each attribute, I might add, that completely lock down your opponent's monsters on their side of the field. So yeah, now there are many variants of the Shaddol deck, but the one I'm using, and probably one of the most common, is a Shaddol Lightsworn deck. Yes, Shaddol Lightsworns. You can say you saw it coming. I will not tell you you're wrong, because you probably did. I mean, aside from the fact that it's completely practical, I mean, Shaddolls, I am a Lightsworn is just my favorite. Ooh, I drew the field spell on the first turn. Good for me. I'll activate Curse of the Shadow Prison then. Normal summon Lila. Set. End phase. Mill 3 cards. 1 counter on Curse of the Shadow Prison. Falco effect. Special summon in face down defense position. Okay. I see where you're going with this. You want to destroy everything, do you? Okay then. Bring it on! I'll activate Lila's effect. Destroy Dark Hole. Now the real question is, what do I do here? I guess I can set Shaddol Hedgehog face down, but I do not see any synchro capability for a while, so I will keep Shaddol Falco face down. However, I can activate Shaddol Fusion. Then I'll activate the effect of Falco. Then Squamata. So now I'll send a card from Shaddol card from my deck to the grave. So Shaddol Dragon. Mirror Force. Of course. And now I special summon El Shaddol Winda. Now my opponent can only special summon once per turn, and this card cannot be destroyed by card effects. So let's go ahead and attack directly, shall we? And with that, I'll end my turn, and I'll send the top 3 cards from my deck to the grave. Wow. 2 Sinister Shadow Games sent to the grave with 1 mill. What are the chances? I still don't see any chance for synchro. If this card is sent to the grave, okay. Okay, I see what I can do. So I'll flip Shaddol Falco face up. Synchro. I'll activate the effect of Winda. So I'll add El Shaddolls Fusion back to hand. As well as I'll flip summon a Shaddolls Hedgehog. So I can add one Shaddolls Spell Trap card from my deck to my hand. So I'll go ahead and add Shaddolls Core to hand. And then I'll flip summon my other Shaddolls Falco and use its effect. So I'll special summon Shaddolls Squamata in face down defense position. And now I don't have enough to synchro. But I can fusion. So let's say hi to my other window, shall we? Okay. Next, I'll activate Mass Change 2, sending Lila and Shaddolls Core to the grave to special summon Masked Hero Koga. Activate the effect of Core. So I'll add El Shaddolls Fusion back to hand. Battle phase. Attack with El Shaddolls Window. Attack with Masked Hero Koga. And they're just going to calculate both, and then I'm going to activate. Never mind, can't do that. Oh well, they gave up anyway. Yeah, I already activated El Shaddolls Fusion this turn, so I cannot do it again. But oh well. I mean, it's a pretty solid field. Shaddolls Window cannot be destroyed by card effects. Koga gains attack every time for each monster my opponent controls. Clearwing Synchro Dragon negates any monster effects that would target any level 5 or higher monsters. And even if they did, I have Shaddolls Squamata, which when I flip summon it next turn would destroy their monster. So yeah, very solid. Yeah, I took the Masked Heroes thing from. A lot of people also do this with Shaddolls. They put Masked Heroes in because you could send Shaddolls cards from your grave through the discarding effect of Mass Change 2 to activate their effects at the same time while getting a Masked Hero out. So yeah, let's take a quick look at the deck, shall we? For our deck, we have taken a few elements of the Chaos with us. So we have Blackluster Soldier Envoy at the beginning, and Chaos Sorcerer, because we do have a fair amount of light and dark monsters in this deck. I got one Fearless Lightsworn Archer. We only want to have one, because if we have too many, we might keep drawing them, and that's not good. They only are good when they are sent to the grave from the deck to the grave, because then it's special summon, and it could be attributed, and then more milling, and it's a tuner, so multiple ways. Two Lila Lightsworn Sorcerer. This is one of our few ways to control the opponent's spell and trap card zone. You know, we've already been over this. Switch it to defense mode and destroy one spell or trap card your opponent controls, and then mill 3. Mathematician, another way to get cards from the deck to the grave. And on top of that, when it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can draw one card. Raiden, milling, and power up, and it's a tuner. What more can you ask for? Raikou destroys a card and mills, and it fits the whole thing of the theme of the flip effect. Now then, let's get into the other stuff. Shaddolls Beast, when it's flipped face up, you draw 2 cards, then discard 1. So you could draw 2 cards and then discard 1 Shaddolls card to the grave and activate its effect. Also, if this card's sent from the deck to the grave, you get to draw 1 card. If this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you get to draw a card. Shaddolls Dragon, it's our other MST. When it's sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can target 1 spell or trap card on the field and destroy it. And also, when it's flipped face up, you can target 1 card your opponent controls and return it to hand. Shaddolls Falco, it's the tuner monster out of the Shaddolls. And what it's good for, even though there aren't any Shaddolls Synchro monsters, but I'm going to skip past that. Yeah. So, yeah, you special summon it in face down defense position if it's sent to the graveyard by a card effect. Or you can special summon another Shaddolls monster, except Shaddolls Falco, in face down defense position when this card's flipped face up. Hedgehog, really important in this deck because it is how you get your fusion cards so early. So yeah, Shaddolls Hedgehog, flip, you add 1 Shaddolls spell or trap card from your deck to your hand, which is, except for Mass Change 2, well actually technically, I only have 3 different Shaddolls spell or trap cards because the other ones don't have Shaddolls in its name, but not the point. Yeah, and if it's sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can add 1 Shaddolls monster from your deck to hand, except Hedgehog, I think. Yeah. Hound, when it's flip face up, target 1 Shaddolls card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Or if it's sent to the graveyard by a card effect, target 1 monster on the field and switch its battle position. And Squamata, when it's flip face up, target 1 monster on the field, destroy it. Or when it's sent from the deck to the grave, you can send another Shaddolls card from your deck to your grave, except Shaddolls Squamata. So yeah, they all have 2 effects, and each of them can only activate 1 effect per turn and only once that turn. Curse of the Shadow Prison, it's a field spell. Every time a Shaddolls monster or monster is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, place 1 spellstone counter on this card for each set monster. All monsters your opponent control lose 100 attack for each spellstone counter on this card. Also, each time you fusion summon a Shaddolls fusion monster, you can remove 3 spellstone counters from this card to use 1 appropriate face-up monster on your opponent controls as one of the fusion materials. That's why it's so important to have at least 1 of each type of one of each attribute of Shaddolls monsters, unless you're not planning on running this. If not, then I'd only stick to the attributes of the monsters you have in your deck. Usually they'll only be dark, light, and earth, unless you want to put a twist on it. El Shaddolls Fusion, just a quick play fusion spell card. Nothing different except it's a quick play. And you can only use it once per turn. Mass Change 2, we've already been over this. You discard 1 card, then target 1 face-up monster and you control it as a level, meaning no Xyz monsters can be affiliated with this card. Sorry to tell you, but you cannot get an Acid from a Silent Honor Arc. Just doesn't happen. Anyway, then you can special summon 1 Masked Hero who has the same attribute and a higher level. So yeah, since we're definitely not going to need Diane because its ability wouldn't really be helpful here, we only have it for dark and light, so I put in Anki and Koga because they had the highest attack. And also, if Anki destroys another, when this card destroys opponent's monster by battle, you can add another Mass Change 2 to your hand. So yeah, it's really helpful. Shaddolls Fusion, this is the signature fusion card. If your opponent controls a monster in your extra deck, you can use cards from your deck to fusion summon. Shaddolls Core could be treated as any attribute of monster for fusion summon, or when it's sent from the deck to grave, add 1 spell or trap Shaddolls spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. Oh boy. One sec. Okay, done with the stall tactics. I mean, what? Um, moving on. Sinister Shadow Games. You send one Shaddol card from your deck to the graveyard, then you can change any number of face-up defense positions Shaddol monsters you control to face-up attack position. So basically, you send one Shaddol card from your deck to the grave, which let's be honest, unless it's a Shaddol Fusion or El Shaddol Fusion, it's going to activate an effect when it's sent to the grave. And also, you're getting flip effects from the monsters you flip face up. So it's a lot of effects activated at once. That's why you need a lot of these. Yeah, I mean, I think the ratio is pretty good. Anyway, El Shaddol, Noyatilis? Noyatilis? I don't know. I haven't looked up the official pronunciation. It must first be fusion summoned, meaning it has to be fusion summoned first before it can be special summoned any other way. Neither player can special summon monsters from the hand or graveyard with spell or trap card effects. That doesn't seem good. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one Shadow spell or trap card in your graveyard add to your hand. Anyway, yeah. I put two Shadow constructs in here because, come on, light and dark. Must first be fusion summoned, of course. I think it goes with that for all El Shaddol fusion monsters. If this card is special summoned, you can send one Shaddol card from your deck to your graveyard. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles a special summoned monster, destroy that monster. I'm not going to read the rest. I'm just going to say it. All the El Shaddol fusion monsters must be special summoned first, to the extent of my knowledge. And all of them, if they're sent to the graveyard, you can add a Shaddol spell or trap card from your grave to your hand. El Shaddol Grista must first. We'll skip that part. During either player's turn, when your opponent would special summon a monster while you have a Shaddol card in your hand, you can negate the summon, and if you do, destroy that monster. Then send one Shaddol card from your hand to your graveyard. You can only use this effect once per turn. 2 copies of Shekinaga, just because, for no particular reason. Actually, it's a really decent effect. Well, beyond decent. During another player's turn, when a special summon monster activates its effect while you have a Shaddol card in your hand, you can negate the activation. If you do destroy that monster, then send one Shaddol card from your hand to your graveyard. So you're negating a monster's effect, you're destroying said monster, and then you're sending a Shaddol card from your hand to the grave in order to further mess with your opponent. Yeah. 1 copy of El Shaddol Wendigo. During another player's turn, you can target 1 monster you control. This turn, it cannot be destroyed by battle with an opponent's special summoned monster. You can only use this effect of El Shaddol Wendigo once per turn. This card is sent to the graveyard. You can target 1 spell or trap card. Oh, wait. I already said I wasn't going to look at that. El Shaddol Wendigo. Each player can only special summon monsters once per turn while this card is face up on the field. Damn it! Well then, looks like I didn't read the effect correctly. Damn it. Each player can only special summon monsters once per turn while this card is face up on the field. I completely screwed up. Wait, no I didn't. No, I summoned Shaddol Winda last. So I'm pretty sure I should summon Shaddol Winda last. So I did not break the rules to the extent of my knowledge. Okay. I already mentioned Master Hero Anki and Koga. can attack directly, but the battle damage inflicted is halved. If it destroys a monster by battle, you add one mass chain. You can add one change spell, a quick play spell from your deck to your hand. And then Koga, which it gains 500 for each monster your opponent controls. And you can't use the other effect because you don't have any elemental hero. Oh, just hero? Oh, so if Anki's in your grave, you could send it to, you could banish it with Koga's effect, and your opponent's monster loses a whopping 2,800 attack. Okay. Clearwing Synchro Dragon. During another player's turn, when a level 5 or higher monster on the field activates its effect, negate the activation if you destroyed, or if a level 5 or higher monster is targeted by effect, negate that effect and then destroy the monster that activated the effect. Leo, Keeper of the Sacred Tree. It cannot be targeted by opponent's card effects except during your main phase 2. Your main phase 2, nobody else's. Star Eater, when it's must be synchro summoned, it cannot be special summoned other ways. This card synchro summon cannot be negated. When it's synchro summoned, cards and effects cannot be activated. This card attacks is unaffected by other card effects until the end of the damage step. And then, of course, I put Gusto Emerald in here because you need an Xyz monster somewhere sometimes. And with the number of level 4 monsters in this deck, it's easy to get out. I only put one in here, though, because we didn't really need more than one. But once per turn, you can detach one Xyz material from this card and activate one of these effects. Now, since one of them's completely useless, we're focusing on this ability. Target 3 monsters in your graveyard, shuffle all 3 into the deck, then draw 1 card. Yeah, really helpful. And also, it can be used to summon Wendigo, but I don't think I'm going to be doing that. I'm just taking a quick look at all this. So, without the effect of Curse of the Shadow Prison or Shaddolls Core, you can special summon Shekinaga. Oh wait, we've already been over this. Oh yeah, Shekinaga, Winda, Construct, and Wendigo. Krista and Anoyatilis. I don't know how to spell it or pronounce. I pronounced it. I know how to pronounce. I know how to spell it. I don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, because Shaddolls Core we've already been over. When it's used, it can be used as since it's a monster. When it's used to fusion summon a Shaddolls monster, let me go back. Oh yeah, if it's used as a fusion material for a Shaddolls monster, then you can. It could be any attribute. It could be treated as any attribute. Yeah. Meanwhile, yeah, okay, I'm back. I was just doing a little check on the duel. I was looking at what I had previously recorded, and I did not summon Winda last. However, its ability means each player can only special summon once while this card is face up on the field. So that does not include Winda special summon. Meaning, since I only special summoned Koga afterwards, it was totally legit. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of versions of the Shaddolls deck. Unless you really want to do it just like this, I wouldn't recommend bringing Curse of the Shadow Prison, because it's only good for using your opponent's fusion monsters, your opponent's monsters as fusion materials. That lowers their attack, but that's not important. Anyway, guys, this has been episode 13. Oh man, number 13. I feel unlucky. But anyway, yeah, this has been episode 13 of my Dueling Network series. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, click that like button and don't forget to subscribe. If you want me to do a certain kind of deck, you can leave a comment below, or you could go to my website, which there's a link on my homepage, and then you can leave something in the forum there, and I will see it and I will try to make the deck. I might not do it next week, but I'll probably do it the week after or 2 weeks after, maybe, depending on what it is. But yeah, so if there's a certain deck you want me to do, just do what I said, because I can't seem to remember what I just said. Anyway, yeah. Until next time, this has been Flashstack, and I will see you all later.